Well, good evening to you. Thank you for making time for us right here on K24 Evening Edition. Let's begin by having a look at what is shaping news tonight.
I've always been witnessing along this highway, and we want to build the government of Kenya today, henceforth.
9 people die on the spot after a matatu they were traveling in was involved in a head-on collision with a lorry at Koguta area along the Muhoroni-Londiani junction. Businessman Jimmy Wanjigi vows to go after President William Ruto both politically and legally, with victims of protest abductions choosing to go silent. And Treasury thrown into a limbo on how to raise additional 20 billion shillings to finance the equitable share to counties following the withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024. Plus, Ugandan athlete Rebecca Cheptegei sustains 80% bans after being attacked by her alleged boyfriend, who has also been admitted with 30% bans. K24 Evening Edition begins right now. I'm Alan Owino. Our sign language interpreter for this session is Evelyn Wangoi. Now we begin with some chilling details where 9 people have died on the spot after a 14-seater matatu they were traveling in was involved in a head-on collision with a lorry at Koguta area along the Muhoroni-Londiani junction. Kericho County Police Commander Geoffrey Mayek said the Tuesday 1:30 p.m. accident claimed the lives of 5 male passengers and the ill-fated matatu, while 4 of the dead were female passengers, with the driver of the lorry fleeing the accident scene in fear of being attacked by the locals. Rehab Kinuthia with the details.
Renowned business mogul Jimmy Wanjigi has promised to go after President William Ruto, blaming him for being responsible for the illegal abductions in the country.
William Ruto, I am coming.
It was a sad afternoon at the Koguta area along the notorious Londiani Muhoroni Road, where, once again, lives have been lost to road carnage. This time, 9 left dead. Among the dead was a driver of the matatu. The driver of the Mercedes-Benz lorry, on the other hand, escaped from the scene after causing the accident.
Hii gari ilikuwa natoka huku, na Nissan ilikuwa natoka huku saidi ya Moroni, ilikuwa inaenda Kisumu. Sasa idha nilikuwa nimetoka huku, sasa nikasikia nini lori, nikasikia lori imekuja na nguvu. Sasa hii Nissan, dereva mwenye alikuwa anaendesha Nissan akasema, "Guy, huyu mwenye lori anataka kutua aje." Deka kidogo nimeona hii lori imefinya Nissan chini. Mama mwingine akalia woi, huyu mtu anatua aje, tunapeleka watoto shule. Hii barabara itengenezwe.
According to eyewitnesses, the ill-fated truck was on high speed before it lost control, veering off the road, hitting the Toyota matatu.
Tulikuwa nafuata hiyo lori ilikuwa inakuja na mbio sana. Sasa hiyo lori alikuwa anajaribu kuepa hizo mashimo, na kumbe alisha lose control.
Residents are now calling for the recarpeting and expansion of the road, which has continued to be a death trap for road users.
Today's accident follows a series of similar accidents that have been happening along this road. Residents now calling for actions from the government to prevent similar accidents from happening in the near future. Rehab Kinuthia at the Koguta area along the Londiani Muhoroni Road.
Elsewhere, businessman Jimmy Wanjigi has vowed to go after President William Ruto both in the political and legal arena. This comes as families and victims of protest abductions continue to seek justice, even though many are said to have chosen to remain silent for fear of putting their lives being in danger. Robbie Omondi with the details.
Renowned business mogul Jimmy Wanjigi has promised to go after President William Ruto, blaming him for being responsible for the illegal abductions in the country.
William Ruto, I am coming for you. I am coming for you in the political arena. I am coming for you in the legal arena. And I'm coming for you with the Constitution of Kenya.
Speaking to members of the press, Wanjigi was joined by families and victims of abductions during the Gen Z protests, who say the memories of illegal abductions and torture is a pillar and a reason to fight for their country.
Were it not for efforts like these, were it not for such pressure, probably I would have been found dead. Sometimes I sit down and reflect, and I see the mere reason why I should also fight for other people, the way my friends and the whole nation fought for me, and they ensured that they remembered my name so that they released me.
Wanjigi accused the head of state of turning the National Police Service into a political militia, despite taking an oath of office to protect Kenyans and defend the Constitution, but has instead violated it.
Are a gross violation of the international law, including the Rome Statute. Abductions are kidnapping. Please understand, the state is kidnapping people.
He further termed the president to be hypocritical, mocking, laughing and demeaning the abducted, disappeared and murdered individuals and their loved ones by insisting that he is not aware of any missing Kenyans.
Read the history of people like Pol Pot of Vietnam, Adolf Hitler. Read the history of Amin Dada, who was just next door to us. Umar Bashir, who created atrocities in Sudan. He is no different. It's not a man to glorify. That is a man to feel shame.
His sentiments were echoed by one Willis Otieno, who insisted they will continue demanding for justice for those abducted and killed during the anti-government protests.
And we are also going to invoke universal jurisdiction in countries that have accepted that concept as a means of achieving redress. So to those police commanders, and even to William Ruto, rest assured that under the universal jurisdiction principle, we will hold you responsible and will try you for these criminal offenses.
Robbie Omondi, K24.
Away from that, Acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli has been ordered to appear in court on Thursday, the 5th of this month, after an order requiring security agencies to produce 3 missing persons was not complied with. This is after Masengeli failed to appear today, despite an order by the High Court requiring him to appear in person at 3 p.m. for questioning over the disappearance of 3 people in Kitengela 2 weeks ago. Majibu Kisao has more.
Despite summons, Acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli did not appear in court today.
The court has not been told when the Inspector General left office for official reasons. It has also not been told why he could not attend virtual sessions in the morning.
Earlier on, High Court Judge Lawrence Mugambi had ordered Masengeli to appear before him in person to explain why 3 men abducted in Kitengela have not been released. The judge had ordered the release of Njagi, Aslam Longton and Jamil Longton, or their production in court either alive or dead. This didn't happen.
Having failed to obey the 2 court orders, the first respondent equally failed to obey the third one that required him to attend this court this afternoon. The courts has teeth and can bite.
The acting IG has now been ordered to appear in court on Thursday this week. LSK filed the case stating that several reports have been made that the 3 were abducted by armed police officers, taken away and held incommunicado at undisclosed locations.
What is happening today is another injustice because the families of the Longton brothers, the wife was here in court and heavily pregnant, The family members of the two are also here in court. The family of Bob Njagi could not even attend because of the kind of anguish that they have been going through, only to come to court for another disappointment.
We have an expectation that come 2 days from now, the Inspector General will be with us in court to explain the whereabouts of the three, the Kitengela three. They are not people who are not known to the police service.
Drama was also witnessed at Milimani Court during the hearing of a case involving Boniface Mwangi and 4 others who are under investigation for allegations of unlawful assembly, forced fabrication, and creating disturbance. Presiding Magistrate Gilbert Shikwe declined an application by the state to extend miscellaneous application for 2 weeks to enable the DPP to make a decision on whether to charge the 5 or not, saying that the complainant was not in court and there was not enough evidence to extend the detention time. Boniface Mwangi, Robert Otieno, Albert Wambugu, Pablo Chacha, and Erot Franco appeared in court this morning for a mention of application filed on 26th July. Majibu Kitao for K24 TV, Nairobi.
The National Treasury could be yet again thrown into limbo on where and how to generate 20 billion shillings to finance the equitable share to counties, which the Senate Finance and Budget Committee now defends at 400.1 billion shillings. According to stakeholders who participated in the public hearing of the Division of Revenue Bill of 2024, among them the County Assemblies Forum and ISPAC, slashing county budgets due to revenue shortfalls against the Constitution and also risks halting of service delivery to Kenyans. Joel Chacha has more.
We haven't agreed on that matter. Our position is we need to go to mediation.
Just a week after the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council failed to agree on reduction of the equitable share to counties after withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024, the National Treasury is now being thrown into a limbo on how to raise additional 20 billion Kenya shillings.
Pursuant of the DORA Act, counties' revenues are not supposed to be reduced after the passage of the Division of Revenue Allocation Act.
The reduction from the current 400.1 billion Kenya shillings to 380 billion Kenya shillings has been rejected by the members of the county assemblies under the Umbrella County Assemblies Forum, CAF.
Such a reduction is unjustified and lacks any constitutional or legal basis, posing a significant threat to the operational viability of the county government and the effective delivery of the services to the citizen.
CAF, backed by ISPAC, hold the position that it's against the spirit of devolution and the law to target county budgets due to revenue shortfalls, arguing that it would set a dangerous precedence.
CAF advocates for a revenue sharing framework that is fair, predictable, and aligned with the principle of devolution as enshrined in the Constitution.
The Institute feels that there are a lot that these counties are bearing. There are emerging issues that have come along, including these costs such as affordable housing levy. There is increase in NSSF.
ISPAC is also blaming Parliament for its slow speed in auditing the Auditor General's report, which the Division of Revenue is based on.
The public is currently up to date, and they actually are auditing as we speak on the current issues. So it's time that Parliament ups its game, approves the audited financial years in time.
To this end, all signs indicate that the Finance and Budget Committee of the Senate is ready to defend counties to receive their allocation of 400.1 billion, a move that will trigger a mediation committee being formed with the National Assembly.
I think it should be there that we can reject the bill in its entirety and still go to mediation.
It's important we process this as informed as possible so that even when we engage with our counterparts, it's going to inform them a little bit better.
Joel Chacha, K24 TV, Nairobi.
Well, that report by Joel Chacha brings us to a fast break right here on K24 Evening Edition. We'll be back with more updates in a short while.
sports all month long. Buy a StarTimes decoder at our business halls or dealership countrywide to experience passion from the heart of Saudi Arabia's most electrifying football league.
This is absolutely wonderful!
Renew your subscription today. The thrill of every La Liga goal. The intensity of every Bundesliga match.
Coming down!
Feel the passion, the power, and the pride of world-class football as the best teams battle it out for the sound of victory. Renew your subscription today.